today is Saturday, and I am doing Friday reads, and this weekend, I am reading Wuthering Heights, and, okay, as I left before, in chapter 3, I think, so I left with chapter 3 at the end of chapter 3, which is, this one. So, basically, the maid is actually, I messed up on the first Friday reads where Heathcliff is telling the story. It's actually the maid, Nellie. Nellie is telling the story about Catherine, how Catherine and Heathcliff basically met. So they met in childhood. They were childhood friends, and they really liked each other. They had crushes on each other. They did everything together. Then when she got older, like maybe 13, 14, she was more interested in other things like society in general, and she was more interested in the gossip type of town. She was more rich than Heathcliff, or Heath, and she was more rich than Heath, and Heath would always, he definitely worked at her house, like he was kept at her house, but was a servant there, and she decided, like, he confessed his love to her, and she definitely, loved him back, but she didn't really show it to him, like tell him, hey, I love you, or anything like that. Instead, when she's like about 17, maybe, she gets this proposal from this other guy who's rich. And obviously she doesn't really like him all that much, but he's rich and he's smart and he's, rich and stuff, so she decided to marry him on a whim because, well, she wants to be rich herself, and so she marries him. And this guy, his name, I think his name is Edgar, I want to say. Yeah, his name is, I think his name is Edgar, and he loves Catherine, obviously, and they get married, and she tells her, her maid that, she's in love with, or she accepted his proposal, and that she's going to marry him, and she's telling her, if, like, that was the right choice, and stuff like that, and the maid says that she can't really take that back, that you can't take back that you're getting married, you are devoting your life to that person. And so, basically, she marries that person. Then Heathcliff comes around and he meets Isabel. Isabel is her husband's niece or sister or something. I think it's the sister of him, and he's totally, like, Heathcliff kind of, like, marries her on a whim, and he marries her, and Catherine finds out. She's just desperate and so sad, and she's so melodramatic that she almost dies. Like, she doesn't eat in a whole week, and she's thinking about Heathcliff until one day she's like, oh, I need to get out of this sickness, and so she, feels better, and then she meets Heath again, And he confesses his love to her, kind of, gets down on one knee, confesses that he loves her, and he kind of almost splits up, sort of like tells the reason why he married Isabel, and he gets on his knees to Catherine, saying that he loves her and proposes almost. And she is kind of appalled almost, but she's also really encouraged by it. So she's saying, "Oh, but you hurt me. I don't know if I can trust you if you hurt me so much." And he goes, "But you hurt me. You married someone else when you loved me, and you broke my heart. You did this to yourself. You broke your heart." And it's actually in here that I love this quote. What is it? And he's like also, it's really, and so now he's possessed his love and confessed to her, and I don't know what's gonna happen next, but it seems really, really good, and yeah, and so hopefully they both are kind of anxiety and are crazy in love with each other. So let's see what happens in the next chapters and this way through. And so have a great day.